Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for today's Bitly Expert webinar. Today, we are going to be talking about mobile deep linking, and we have a guest speaker who will be introducing themselves in a moment. So today is September 23rd, 2019. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here's a quick agenda. First, we'll go through formal introductions and introduce ourselves to you. After that, we'll talk a little bit about what is Bitly. So we're going to go over our vision and mission. And after that, we will dive straight into our webinar agenda, which is going to include the answers to a couple of questions here. So what is mobile deep linking? How can mobile deep linking enhance my company's mobile strategy? And how do I enable mobile deep links in my Bitly account? So we'll address all of these questions in a lot more detail. So to kick it off with formal introductions, my name is Ashley Alves, and I am a customer training specialist here at our headquarters in New York City. And I will pass it over to my colleagues, Kelsey and Samantha, to introduce themselves as well.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kelsey Stevenson. I'm the Director of Product for our integrations team here at Bitly.
And I'm Samantha Belkin. I'm a backend engineer on the integrations team here at Bitly.
Great. Thanks so much, guys. Okay, so let's talk about what is Bitly. Let's go into our vision and mission here. So our vision is that we believe trusted, meaningful connections fuel communication and understanding. And here at Bitly, those connections are going to come in the form of shortened links. And our mission is that we empower businesses to create trusted, powerful, recognizable links that maximize the impact of every digital initiative. So something that's really important to us here. And with that, I'm going to go and hand it over to my colleagues, Kelsey and Samantha, so we can kick off mobile deep linking.
Great, thank you, Ashley. Yes, so we'll be talking about mobile deep linking, and we'll start with what is it, and then we'll roll into how can I enhance my mobile strategy with deep linking. To start with the basics, what is mobile deep linking? Well, when you create mobile deep links with Bitly, mobile users who click on your links can be taken to the same content just within your app. If they don't have your app installed, you have the choice of inviting the user to download your app or lead them directly to a mobile web experience. This capability empowers marketers to drive app installs and re-engagement using the same links they would create in Bitly Enterprise. A couple customer examples that we have to share with you of how customers have used mobile deep links. A major US airline currently has mobile deep linking capabilities configured so that they can send mobile deep links to their customers, notifying them when there are changes to flights. When the customer clicks the link, it directs them into the application where they can then manage their flights. So now we'll roll into how can mobile deep linking enhance my company's mobile strategy. And to start, we'll talk about the strategic role of SMS and mobile deep linking. We know that not just marketing strategies, but also customer engagement trends heavily rely on SMS as a form for engaging and communicating with your customer throughout the entire customer journey. We've seen significant trends in mobile outreach as core to strategy. Desired outcomes that might be associated here would be to increase app installs, increase app traffic, and optimize the experience, publicizing new offerings, features, and upgrades. We've seen this as a strategic role in increasing customer retention. So with that, we introduced the shift to private channels and personalized content. And at this point, I'll introduce Sam, who can talk about some of the mobile deep linking capabilities that help further personalize that content.
Yep, so once you have your app configured through Bitly, every link that you shorten becomes a deep link. You can create short links and customize them with parameter information. And once shortened, they will take the user directly into the app to the correct destination. A great example of this is sending the customer directly to their bill pay inside of the app following a reminder, or sending the customer to the app to manage an upcoming appointment.
So with that, we'll roll into a common question we get, and it's the carrier challenge. What if my links are blocked by my carrier? What capabilities does Deep Links have to decrease the risk of this happening?
So this is a great question, and Bitly with deep linking has the capability to send links on a custom domain instead of bit.ly. This really helps to mitigate the risk of the carrier blocking the link. Some things to note, The recommendation here is to have a single domain for each individual application and creating a unique link for each mobile deep link. Again, it can take up to 10 minutes to see updates to the site association file due to caching when you're setting up the app. And there are two types of deep linking: universal links and custom schemes. Universal links are the more modern approach, and once you set up your app, every link shortened on your domain will be a deep link. This can cause issues if not all of your content is available on your mobile app. If that is the case, you may want to consider custom schemes. This is a form of deep linking which allows you to enable the deep linking capabilities on a link-by-link basis, not on every link shortened. Some customers work around this by having two custom domains or one custom domain and a subdomain. In this case, one domain would be configured for universal deep linking and contains all of the links for content that exists inside of your app. And the other domain is used for marketing purposes or links that may not exist in the app. Custom schemes have certain limitations, so universal deep linking is generally recommended if it's possible.
And then associated with deep linking and core to the value of Bitly is insights and analytics associated with all links. So I'll turn it back to Sam, who can talk about some of the features that we offer with deep linking in terms of insights and analytics and how that can become core to your mobile strategy as well.
So Bitly Deep Link Analytics highlight the number of places that the user was directed to when they clicked on your link. So we currently track app opens, mobile web visits, and store visits. And we also track the conversion metric app installs, which is the number of times users download and open your app for the first time. Something to note here is that our SDK is required in order to collect metrics for deep links. It is lightweight and easy to integrate, however. And universal deep linking also will not work without the SDK.
Great. So now that we've talked about how deep linking can enhance your company's strategy, let's talk about how do I go about enabling deep links in my Bitly account. Next, we'll talk about the tools to get started. Bitly can integrate into your workflow and any existing tech stack, so you don't need to change the way that you do things. So using our public API and our SDKs, Android SDK and iOS SDK, your teams are going to be able to create mobile deep links right from the tools they're already using, and then potentially extend those capabilities and integrate them with tools like Hootsuite, Sprinklr, Spreadfast, Sprout Social, Salesforce, really making your workflow seamless by leveraging our tools. And next, we'll talk about advanced webinars and additional training and support. And this is where I'll turn it back to Ashley, who can talk about the resources that are available there.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Kelsey and Samantha. If you didn't already know, we have a couple of other webinars that we host. One that pertains specifically to deep links and how you can get that set up is with our advanced webinar session. And this happens every other Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. So we'll definitely be sharing some links in a moment that you can copy down. But if you have any questions, you can always contact us here at Onboarding. Likewise, you can always contact our support team as well if you have any questions or if you think you might be running into a technical issue. Now, with that, I would like to discuss a couple of other resources here that we have available. One being our Bitly knowledge base. So this is where you can go to find just some how-to articles. It talks more about features that are available, regardless of the type of account that you have. Alongside that, we also have our API documentation, which is going to highlight our v4 of the API, which is our most up-to-date version. You can find this at dev.bitly.com. With that, we also have our integrations page, which you can find at bitly.is/kb-integrations. I know Kelsey mentioned a couple of these a moment ago, but just to save you and your development team some time, we have a few integrations that are already set up. So feel free to navigate over to that page if you want to see if it's already up and running. Alongside that as well, we also have other webinars that we host, which I mentioned a moment ago, and you can find all of these at bitly.is/learning. And if you have any technical questions, you can contact us at bitly.is/supportive as well. We do have our Q&A open. Our first question here, can I have multiple apps tied to one custom domain? So I'll go ahead and pass this over to either Kelsey or Sam to answer that.
Yep, this is Samantha. So yes, multiple apps can be tied to one custom domain. The install preference is also set for each app. So this means your preference on if a user gets sent to an interstitial page asking them to either continue in a mobile browser or go to the App Store to encourage them to download. Once that is set up, every link is created for that domain, becomes a deep link. And the install preference is there is an ability to override it on a link-by-link basis if that's needed.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Samantha. And then it looks like we also have another question here. Why wouldn't I just use push notifications to interact with my customers?
Sure, I'll take that one. This is Kelsey. First, we want to start out by saying that push notifications assume two things. They assume that your customer already has the app installed on their phone and that the notifications for that application are turned on. Sending links via text messages or SMS can reach all of your users, and further, they can direct a user to install your application if it's not already installed on their device. Additionally, it's not limited by phone notification preferences. So we've seen a lot of users have an enhanced customer experience and enhanced application installation numbers by using deep linking.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. All right, it doesn't look like we have any other questions at this time. So with that, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for joining us today. I hope this was informative. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of your day.